Good morning, everyone. This is Rafegal. We are playing some more Final Fantasy Tactics, and today we are heading into the Orban Monastery for the last time. I've made a few changes since the last video. Namely, I have moved Mustadio out of our party. I started Orban for the first time and realized that Mustadio was not pulling his weight. He was not able to really do much damage, and he wasn't able to hit with his aimed shot ability because so many of the enemies were wearing thief's hats, which prevent both the immobilize and disable conditions. So I was thinking about what I said, where I was like, no, I feel like we need someone with chemistry to really keep this going. We need a character who has chemistry, and he has way more than everybody else. Plus, I can leave him on chemist because he has a gun. And I was thinking about that alongside the facts that I had laid out about Orlando, which is, well, he doesn't have any good skills that fit in these 3 slots. I was like, well, what skills would you be putting in those slots? Items, auto potion, and throw items. And chemist is one of the few jobs he has unlocked. The only thing on this list that I don't have for Orlando that Mustadio has is elixir that I care about. So yeah, Orlando's back on the team. Meliadul's still on the team. Ramza has moved over to Dragoon because I realized one of the problems I keep having with Ramza is that I feel like he's not able to do anything when he's not in melee range. And I thought about trying to find a different way to do it, but at the end of the day, this feels good. He already has the good jump skills maxed out. Shirodori still works. We've got the Holy Lance. The other thing with the Holy Lance that makes it good is that means that the Save the Queen and the Excalibur can go on to Meliadul and Orlando without having the extra competition from a third sword user. I did go buy some more crystal gear and just general... let's see, the Mage Power Gloves was the other one. So yeah, that's kind of where I ended up for my final team, and we're going to give it a shot. So this section is 6 battles long. The first 2 are in the monastery, and then we're going to get over to the Necro Hall.
Of course.
Into the fray, then.
To arms, then.
I'm ready.
To battle.
Keep watch here. I will press on with Lord Folmarv.
As you command.
They have slain all the guards. What secrets lie among these tomes that demand such carnage? But the speculation must keep. First, we deal with the enemy.
Okay. Easy peasy.
With purpose.
Yeah, that's a bit better. These enemies do a lot of damage, which is a little bit frustrating. The main thing we're focusing on as we attack these enemies, to start with, is gonna be taking out accessories. Let's see, this guy's got...
By baleful howl of spirits unfeeling, life interred in stone unyielding, break!
I think that's my favorite of the little, like, rhymes tied to the spells. I think we go Golem, and then try and slide her back here out of the way.
Stout.
We hit more than one? No. Let's go ahead and crush accessory on this guy. That'll make it more likely that Ramza hits. A lot of these guys have very high evasion gear. So that's why I'm making sure we've got that. We're taking out the cloaks quickly. Again, one of the problems I was having with Mustadio, not that they can dodge the gunshots, just he wasn't able to do that. And I felt like we need to be able to take out multiple cloaks per turn. Honestly, against a lot of the guys we've been dealing with right now, Beowulf is the one who feels like he's not pulling his weight as much.
Damn it all.
So much damage.
You cannot win.
Now then. Soar, O demon-slaying blade!
Let's take out the bow. Oh, that's where the 2 was. I was trying to figure out where the other guy was.
I shall spare no effort. Steady now.
I will not falter. Open your eyes.
So I have already run into the one thing I was considering a potential problem with setting up Ramza this way, which is he is
With purpose.
or not Ramza, Orlando this way. which is I don't like using him as a healer because he has other things he can do. On the other hand, it is nice to have other things to do when he is not healing. This is probably going to be... Oh, hey. Nice. I do find that a little interesting.
To cross. Haven't you?
I can do this.
That, these monks...
You will perish.
So Beowulf was able to guard it, but Ramza wasn't. It doesn't it doesn't work off Golem.
Leave it to me. Wake up!
My thanks.
He does have Shihirodori equipped still, which is supposed to be... Yeah, there we go. Supposed to parry all physical attacks. So clearly Aura Blast gets considered weird, and I'm not sure how it gets considered, but that's okay.
We will triumph.
No holding back.
We'll continue driving out that cloak evasion.
I shall prove my worth.
That guy still has a cape. That guy still has a cape.
Let's get this over with.
I think we need to actually have him do some healing. Oh, we got an evasion. Interesting. Okay, we'll take it.
I cannot fail.
These guys just went. So let's hit that guy. The archer gets to go pretty much right away after this.
Prepare yourself.
If we do that, that'll drive him back, hopefully, instead of forward.
I will not falter. Open your eyes!
Which will hopefully mean that Beowulf is more likely to survive. Oh, that's the square Ramza was in, so they can't stand on it. Gotcha.
If I die, so be it. Less than favorable.
Okay, that guy's down. Knight 3 is the one who's going next. And then Archer 5.
This is it.
Take this! This could be it.
Let's do...
You can do it.
Just to make sure.
What do I do now?
I think... Yeah, weapon should still be good.
There must be a way.
I'm sorry.
I must do my part.
I believe there is a slight permanent boost that goes along with those spells. For the brave boosts. So I'm just gonna continually, when Ramza has a shot, do that on any of our knights.
I will tend to matters here. Very good. Fal leonda Keorias de sonda. Zorda las laumos mefeolio sonda. Alexandora, Reeve of Time. By oath unto you am I bound. Transcending eternity, cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass!
An ancient incantation. What awaits below? Quickly, we must give chase.
Okay. And I don't think we really have much else to add here. Beowulf, I want to save up and get Muramasa as his last thing, or possibly Shihirodori. Mediadul really doesn't have much more to gain here. Orlando, of course, does. This one is a lot more magic oriented, but I think we should be it should still be pretty straightforward.
Understood.
Ready and willing.
I'll do it.
My strength is yours.
At the ready.
Theoretically, this should be a situation where Beowulf is better.
We have waited for you, Ramza. How very far you've come. But no farther. The stones of the monastery make an ironic cairn for a heretic such as you. And I, Lothry Wodring, will see you dead and buried.
So, I brought this up a couple times, and this is actually the perfect example of the problem. I don't know who this is. He's shown up in a couple cutscenes as one of Formov's, like, lieutenants. Late game. But he doesn't show up until after Isildur dies. And, like, honestly, I think after you've already dealt with Meliadul the first time. We've never even heard of the Wodring family. There's no connection to anything that we have seen. So this is just a dude. I really wish that we would have seen this guy early in the game, and he would have had some connection to somebody. You know, maybe this...
Lothry, was it?
Yeah.
You're not aware of the true nature of the man you serve.
Ramza has no idea who this guy is. I would have loved to see it, like, even if it was like, this is the guy who was connected to, you know, the guys who were bullying Mustadio or something, you know.
Whatever do you mean? If you speak of our execution of the clergy at Malond, that was but a part of our grand design. After all, the salvation they offered their flock was false. They sought only to seize Ivalice for themselves by placing a puppet on the throne. We are unlike them. By the power of the Zodiac Stones, we will bring the people true salvation.
So even his most loyal are kept in the dark. You are but an unwitting servant to the Lucavi.
The demons of legend. I've not the patience for your japes, boy.
I'm very
Lord
confused.
Formal is the one true savior. The second coming of Saint Ajora, who shall lead all men with boundless benevolence.
Didn't Formov literally have a conversation about unleashing her demon to Meliadul with this guy in front of him?
A noble's whelp such as you could never understand the burdens of the
Meh.
common man, much less ease them.
Now then.
Trying to remember what version. So this guy is Unyielding Blade. That's actually important. So he has Crush Armor and Crush Weapon. We need to be really careful here, because if he were to use one of those abilities on certain characters. Okay, so so he can get up to here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to be able to get to Meliadul this turn. I guess we hope that it doesn't hit. If it does, I need to readjust my... That's fine.
How to proceed?
That's fine. I was gonna say, if he breaks our good knight swords right off the bat, that's gonna make the rest of this a lot harder. Oh, he was one square off. Perfect. Awesome. he can no longer use his sword skills. I don't feel like Golem is going to go very far this fight. So I think what I'm going to do is Bahamut targeting that square. Let's try and get this slow off here. Cloudseed Curse.
With purpose.
Let's do a Hallowed Bolt here. This is a chance at silence. We're trying. By Raja.
What's my next move?
He got another turn before his spell went off. That's crazy.
Harrowed soul in sepulchre of flesh, in endless darkness find your rest. Induration! No
Okay.
suffering.
Both of the Petrify incantations are awesome. Although I'm pretty sure this is now the end of the fight.
Heaven guide me!
Because that was targeted on the unit.
Such strength.
There we go.
So it ends here. But I am not finished yet. For you, Ramza, I shall cast open the very gates of hell. Val Leonda, Keorias de Sonda, Zorda, Las Laumos, Mefeolio Sonda, Alexandora, Reeve of Time. By oath unto you am I bound, transcending eternity. Cross you now the vastness of time's gulf. Throw wide her gates, that we may pass.
You know, just like you do when you're on a holy mission, cast open the gates to hell.
What is this place?
The Necrohol of Malond. Never again will you see the skies of Ivalice without the glyph. At the gate, there can be no return.
And that is why we can't go shopping after this, or in between these fights.
I have fulfilled my duty. And yet, Volmov, my lord, are you still the man I pledged to follow? To harbor harbor such doubts at the last. How pathetic. Hurry on, Ramza. How it ends depends on you. Yeah.
So this is the Necrohole. Half of Malon supposedly sank into the sea when a great catastrophe struck in ages past. Though that appears not to be the case. But now is not the time to ponder such. I must find Folmarv. Alma, please be safe.
Battle at the Necrohall.
Yes?
I don't think we even got anywhere near enough for that to mean anything. Let's just keep going. I am going to make one adjustment on this one. It's a minor adjustment, and it's pretty much just for this battle. Okay, so I feel like we do this, and then over here we do our two Holy Knights.
Understood.
That way we've got somebody with the ability to use potions on both sides. And those two can definitely hold their own better than a lot of others.
You! But how? You must have forced Sir Lothric to bring you here. Very well then. Here is where I shall make my stand. Even should it cost me my life, I will stop you. I will have vengeance.
What? Vengeance for what? Again!
Why are you come here? What salvation could you possibly offer the people that might be had in these forsaken ruins?
A spoiled lordling could ill understand what we seek to do. Or do you claim to have learned something of suffering? If so, you might see the world for the cruel place it is. Though the Church preaches equality, it cannot and will not affect change. The highborn few hoard wealth and power, passing it on to their offspring as it was passed on to them. This leaves the lowborn masses with no means to lift themselves up. We would shatter the chain of inequality and create a world where all men have their fair share. But for that, we require power. Power beyond compare.
The Auracite. You would bestow them upon those who seek power. Yet what can you hope to achieve when most of the stones are in my possession?
You truly know nothing. Allow me to enlighten you. Once we have resurrected Saint Ajora, we shall have limitless stones at our disposal. By the grace of the High Seraph, the Savior was made able to create Auracite. And at long last, he shall be reborn to walk among us, the child of God from the heavens return.
My aim is sure.
Oh, that guy's got fly. Very cool.
I can do this.
How is the casting time on that? Pretty long. Okay. So we've got a lot of people who can block those shurikens and other accoutrement of the ninjas that they're going to be throwing at us.
No holding back.
I fear nothing.
We will try.
Okay, we all get to go before he gets his unholy darkness off.
Ready and able.
Our goal is once again just going to be to finish him off
Do this.
before we get back to, or before he gets a chance to cast it. Doomfist.
Surrender now!
Come on.
I will not falter.
Okay, his unholy darkness is targeted on Beowulf.
Chrétien, you must listen to me. My father is not the man he once was. When he used the aura sight to obtain his power, he was corrupted by a will not his own. He means to resurrect Saint Ajora not for the people's salvation, but to achieve some other purpose.
Who are you to talk, traitor? You whose hands are soiled with Sir Lothry's blood. You allege that Lord Fulmarv is corrupted, that he hides his true objective. But can you even say what that is? You cannot, for this is but a ploy to manipulate me. You women are all alike.
What?
The fact that I am a woman is neither here nor there. We felled Sir Lothry, 'tis true, but we did not force him to bring us here. He did so of his own free will, for though he gave his life for his conviction, he relented in it at the last. Know you what this means? It means he saw fit to believe us.
Liar! Never would Sir Lothry yield in his conviction. Never would he betray us. None among us desired the world's salvation more ardently than he. You are a heretic, a witch. I will suffer no more of your poison words.
If you mislike my choice of words, allow me to put it thus instead. Sir Lothry harbored doubt, and made this clear at the last. Deep down, he felt that Lord Fulmarv was no longer the man to whom he had pledged himself. That is why he brought us to the Necrohole, that we might put an end to his master's ambition.
That's not the vibe I got from it.
Did
He
I
said
not
he was
say I will
bringing us
suffer
here
no
to
more of
trap
your
us.
words?
Like, that was
My faith in
seconds
Lord
ago.
Fulmarv is unwavering. I fight to see Saint Ajora descend once more. Neither the church nor the crown can deliver salvation to the people. For this, naught but a power divine will suffice.
It astounds me that you can believe so blindly. Saint Ajora was not the divine savior he is held to be. He was a man like you and I. Just another soldier who fought for his nation.
You dare blaspheme the child of God himself? Never have I heard such flagrant sacrilege. It flies in the face of all that is good and holy in this kingdom. You are no son of Ivalice.
It seems you've not read the scriptures of Germanique. But it stands to reason Fulmarv would keep you ignorant.
Aye, he would wish to ensure his minions' continued loyalty.
Accursed heretics! You will not weaken my faith with your slander. Once I have killed you, I shall rip your wicked tongues from your corpses!
I will not falter.
And unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be able to close here. Okay.
To cross my path your cursed fate. Heavens fall upon your crown. Crush helm! Now break!
Forward.
You know, we're just gonna... there's nothing but holy power that will save the world. As I cast unholy darkness on my enemies. Not enough.
O spirits in song delighting, bridal tongues malign, silence! Know your weakness.
Sticky fingers literally catch the
Oh gods, not this time.
literally catch the things that are thrown at you. It is such a limited utility, but it is so good. Not quite enough. Does he have a way to hold somebody in place? I don't think so. Judgment Blade would do it. If it happens to trigger. I feel like that's worth trying. I suppose the other thing I could check is, do any of these actually do enough to kill? And I think the answer there is going to be a no. Yeah, we'll try it. Okay. Okay.
Have at you!
Just a little bit too late. One turn too late. However,
Night-winged worm, our fury join, your searing starfire unleash, Bahamut!
I think this is gonna do the job.
I shall give my all.
Loffrey, forgive me. Would that I had told you.
What? Oh, okay.
That way, 'twould seem.
I feel like there's a lot to unpack with the conversations with these two characters, and we don't get a chance. I've said it a couple times. I'm not going to dwell on it for much longer here, but I think my point has been made. The last quarter of the game has some pacing issues. That's okay. It's still, like, it packs so much in. We're going to create a separate save. And we're going to go ahead and wrap for today. Because, despite there only being 3 battles left, we're 45 minutes into a video, and I don't want to stretch this out longer than we need to. So, we are going to pick back up next time with the last 3 battles, 2.5 battles, 4 battles, whatever the technical way that it ends up being is. I promise that actually makes sense. And once we are... so yeah, we're just going to finish up and we'll give our final commentary during that. We've got the battle with Barrick. I believe then the battle with Hormov and the kind of final forms of what he's trying to bring back. The darkness itself. Hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.